Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode, another segment of the Lighthouse Effect, brought to you by It's About the Kids and the Smooth Finish. My name is Baldwin Hamilton Jr., and today we have a special guest hailing from our great city in Dallas, Texas. My brother is running for the Dallas City Council, District 7, Brother James Turknett.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
glad to be with you, man. How are you today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Man, I won't complain. It's working.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and just giving us a little view into the behind the scenes.
Right. Well, I'm just a normal person. I've been blessed. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I graduated from David W. Carter High School over in Oak Cliff. I'm originally from West Side, and I went to school there most of my life till I was about 14. And they busted us up over to the North Dallas section. And then I went to LG Kingston for a couple of years. I was a pretty tough kid. I probably wasn't the best kid in the world. I did just about anything you ain't supposed to do. I did anything from selling drugs to about 200 or 300 fights. I had a very challenging life, but I had a minister that pretty much kind of helped me out, looked out for me, and eventually one day I wound up not having nowhere to stay, and wound up going to his house, staying with him and his family. That was my sister's husband, and so he began to mentor me and share me some positive things. So at 18, I signed up, went to the Army. I didn't have no plans to go to the Army. I really didn't have a dream. I didn't have a goal, but I wound up going to the United States Army and got in there, and I started some of my challenges, but found out the Army wasn't putting up with it. Okay, so basically, make a long story short, got in the Army, and I had gotten a tough sergeant, Staff Sergeant Wells, I'll never forget him. And he said, "You ain't gonna be no judge. You're not gonna be this." And I straightened up my act, started flying right. I went to Korea twice. First year I became like an E4, that's like a corporal specialist, and my second year I became a sergeant and wound up becoming a staff sergeant, drill sergeant. I did special weapons, nuclear weapon chief, unit police chief, supply sergeant. Did a number of jobs, drove with truck drivers, you name it. I drove the Jeeps, truck, all of that stuff, and taught me a lot about leadership, a lot about dealing with people and being a leader. I saw a sign when I got to career, it says, lead, follow, get out the way. And I got off that bus, and I think, why is that sign there? I came back to that same point 5 years later in Korea again, and the sign was gone, and I asked myself, what happened? And the only thought came to me was, you pick something off this sign, and I'm a sergeant, so I chose to become a leader, and that's pretty much my lifestyle. I've been a leader. I've led in so many different avenues and different programs with the city, county. I'm a precinct chairman with the county, 1114. I ran for city council before. I do a lot in neighborhoods with seniors and with the youth ministries, and pastored church for over 25 years. And I've worked with all different kind of communities, all races, all ethnicities, and just trying to help.
Mm-hmm. So just throughout the powerful testimony, I was just kind of in my head, just kind of going through the progressions and just listening to just the different aspects and different ways, different places that you led. So out of all of those different experiences from the Army to getting out and getting into the political aspect, the political atmosphere, what can you say has been a significant experience that you could draw that has drove you to the next level?
Well, I knew that inside I was going to be a politician. My grandmother said something, "James, you're a king." I said, "I must be the president." It's me, I'm in first grade. I was thinking like that, but my first grade teacher, she tried to throw salt in the game. She said, "If your dad's not a doctor, you won't be president. If you're not a lawyer, you're not going to be president." I thought, well, I guess I can't run for that. My dad was a mechanic. And I believe she said, if your dad is a shade tree mechanic. I'm like, what? What's a shade tree? I didn't know what that was. She was throwing salt in the game, so I thought, I guess I'm not going to be a politician. But one day that vision came back to me. So I felt led to come back to Dallas to become a leader here. I had been a leader around the world. Now it was time to come back, be a leader in Dallas, my city. So immediately I got called into the ministry. And I accepted a role as a youth pastor, and I was in Oak Cliff there for about a year. And then I came to the Pleasant Grove area as a youth pastor for about a year and a half. And then I became associate pastor. And then I became lead pastor of the church. And we pastored several churches in Dallas and North Dallas and Pleasant Grove area. Sometimes I pastored several churches at the same time. My ministry in Pleasant Grove grew over like 50 ministries. Did radio, television, outreach ministry, daycare centers, helping single parents, who could not afford daycare, child care, who didn't have any money at all. We made sure their kids had somewhere to go for daycare. And also when they were there, we trained them about business, we trained them about job program, we connected with the workforce program just to train them. And we did this out of our ministries for free. And then on Wednesday, we trained business. We had a program called True Counsel Business Economic Network, where we train people going businesses. In 2 years, we trained several thousand businesses, mostly minority businesses, people how to do a business. And we had a lot of great things happen. A lot of people went to our church. Some of the people you may see on TV, a lot of cats, they went to our church and they were teenagers, and now they're playwriters, they authors, they are comedians, they do all kinds of things.
They turn that corner.
Yes, sir. So
Yes, sir.
we've been very, very faithful in what we're doing.
And so, just like to give the audience more background, you're running for Dallas City Council,
Yes.
District 7 in particular.
Exactly.
So, this is kind of like the district that you already kind of been working with the
Yes.
Dallas Oak Cliff area.
Yes.
Could you explain to them kind of like what City Council is kind of does and what they're supposed to do? Because
Good.
we may not, I know we talked a little bit a while ago, and you kind of talked about we may have not even seen our City Council before.
Right.
So,
A lot of people haven't saw their city council. Have you ever saw your city council?
no, not me.
Oh, do you live in District 7?
I would say I do live in this.
Okay, but you never saw them. Okay. A lot of people haven't saw the city council. I'm a precinct chairman, one of the precinct chairmen in District 7. Let's say we have over 40-some precincts. So the city council is over all those precincts. Precincts could have as many as several thousand people in each precinct. So city council is over that precinct, and he writes laws and policies that affect that precinct. In other words, when the $3 billion budget from the city comes down each year, the city council is supposed to get enough of that money out for his district and make sure that the streets, that the roads are paved, that the money's in there for the schools so the kids won't be in all this stuff, the trash and everything that needs to be done in the district. The city council is supposed to be responsible. He's partial boss of the police department because you got all the city councils together, they're the boss, plus the mayor. So partial boss of the police department and fire department and everything that's in the city. They make sure that the city is ran and they vote on each week in city council. They have to show up to ensure that they're around what we call the horseshoe, and they have to take the people, interviews from the people. Like people come up, I want to talk to the city council. You can go there and talk to them. If you sign up, you call in, and the city council address you, and supposedly it's supposed to take a look at your situation. So that's just in a nutshell what city councils do and should be doing to some degree.
So I would think that's some great background and like some places that our community members need to look at as far as like within our own communities. Like if the roads aren't done like you're saying, if there's like different infrastructures aren't handled, we need to know properly who to talk to.
Right.
And so could you kind of outline the people that may not know which district is District 7 exactly?
That's right. District 7 is all the entirety of South Dallas. That's all District 7, South Dallas. The Cedars, downtown Dallas, over there by Lamar, that's District 7. You have Joppy over in Oak Cliff area, that's District 7. You have Pleasant Grove, Military, Bruton area, all down Bruton, Prairie Creek, that's District 7. Skyline High School, they call it East Dallas, that's District 7. Buckner Terrace, that's District 7. East Dallas, the old East Dallas, that's District 7. Haskell, you name it, Fitzhugh, all of these areas are part of District 7. And it's one of the largest districts, over 60,000 voters in District 7. District 7, we have numbers like we're the second and worst in crime in all of Dallas. Dallas leading in Texas in crime right now. We had 231 murders in 2020 during the pandemic. So we're leading, District 7 is leading in that area with a lot of murders and homicides and criminal activity that's happening in our area. So we want to clean up District 7. We want to help provide programs. That's what I think I can bring to the table. I've been talking to some former police chiefs that are friends of mine, and talking to other people on how we can bridge together, clean up some of the criminal problems, and also we have a tremendous homeless problem in District 7. Now we do have some food shortages in some areas where we don't really have nice grocers. Some areas, District 7, we don't really have nice sit-down restaurants. We have different challenges. There are some real nice areas in District 7, like where our city council live. There are gated communities, and stuff like that. We have very nice areas where the homes are $600,000 or $700,000 in District 7. Then you have the lower income areas, and you have areas that used to be projects, but now they are more like apartments, but they're still lower income areas. Now we are one of the most diverse communities in all of Dallas. We have Black, we have white, we have Hispanic, Latino, we have Asian, we have all these different races in different District 7, and we find a way to get along. We have that. So that's kind of District 7 in a nutshell as a whole, as far as where we're located and some of the issues that we face.
Freeze! Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe real quick.
You are now watching The Lighthouse Effect, brought to you by...
We are It's About the Kids Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that operates out of Dallas, Texas.
Our mission is to focus on the kids of today who will become the youth of tomorrow and the adult of the future. Today, tomorrow, the future.
Empowering the community, one family at a time. You can reach us on all social media platforms at It's About the Kids or online at www.itsaboutthekids.org.
There's a lot to be done in District 7.
It's a lot.
And I feel like you already said, like it's going to take a lot of us. It's going to take unity, I feel like, for us to be able to,
Exactly.
change the problem progressively.
It's going to take a team. No one man can come in and change a community. However, if the one man can link two people and we can work and unite together, then we can help change the community. Like right now, you guys are from District 7. Word of mouth, working together, uniting, because we really have all the resources we need in Dallas. We need to bring them together so that each group that's doing what they're supposed to do will have resources. We had the chance to go over in Joppy and help them out. They were missing resources. Someone said that the money had been stolen in Joppy. I don't know, it's a whole big ticket they talk about a lot in Joppy. But I went over and talked to the companies over there who was scheduled to give the money to them, and we got it reassigned to nonprofits so that we could have money put into institutions for the youth and for the senior citizens. So when they have youth programs every month, they're paid for. They take the kids on field trips. They have them on those big limousine buses. They pack 40, 50, 60 kids on there, take them out to do field trips. They go all kind of places. They take the senior citizens on field trips. They take them and do things for them. And that's what needs to be more unity, unifying, bringing together the nonprofits, the different groups, different people in District 7 who value. We need to have leaders on boards in District 7. We have a lot of boards, and we need people like the park board. We have different kind of boards. People need to come on and help us build District 7 and make it the community it's supposed to be.
Okay. So just seeing, like, we have the ideas, but we need basically the people, and just like the effort behind it. So where can the people look to reach the City of Dallas City Council?
The City of Dallas, if you Google City of Dallas and you Google City Council, it'll give you one basic number, and you can call and you can talk to, you can ask the secretary of the District 7, and you can call that secretary and ask to speak to the City Council. Now, I am not the City Council. A lot of people in District 7, they call me the City Council. I'm in Joppy, South Dallas. I see parents saying, hey, to their kids, young men like, there's the City Council. Well, I'm not the City Council yet. Not yet. I'm not the City Council. But May 1st, running to be the City Council of District 7, I need voters that will vote, people that will support us, volunteer, that will come help walk the streets. We need people who speak Latino Spanish and will come and interpret. We need people who will come and take people to the polls. We need people that will work inside of the polls and that'll help us get to this place. We have a platform called Yes. And the Yes is basically the Y is for youth. And then also young people from 35 under. What I want to do is to empower youth and young people to live a stable life through mentoring, teaching them to become, involved in the community and also in politics. Because young people need to be involved in the process, and especially the voting process. We have a lot of young people need to learn about voting, and need to be a part of that. And we need to teach them. Also, we need to help bring them into power, and this will help reduce crime. It'll reduce some of the tension between the young people and the older people. Some of the crime is coming from the young people. We have a lot of youth homelessness. They don't have anywhere to stay, and they're young people. I know I talk to a lot of them that migrate to downtown Dallas, and they don't know they are homeless, and they're like 16 years old. Sometimes you see 10 or 12 youth, they're out 2 or 3 in the morning. Used to be on scooters, now they're walking or they're on skateboards. They don't have anywhere to stay, they're homeless. We have a problem in Dallas, and we can come together. We have enough resources to come together and fix this problem as a team. Now, I'm not gonna get out there and tell you I can fly airplanes and I could jump the Trinity River and I could jump the Nile. I can't. But together, yes, we can defeat these problems and these ills that we have in District 7 as a team together. So I'm calling on you so we can meet those goals, and with our youth, and we can better our youth. We need to have the police department to come into the lives of our youth. I have a program. I won't prescribe what it is right now, but I have more at a later date that I'll share with you on, where we want police interacting with our youth so that they can be familiar with the police. They can be familiar with people as a whole, because during this social distancing, we're losing a lot of more social communication skills. We're losing a lot of more community environment coming around each other. We have a challenge in District 7 and all over our city to communicate to the city the things that we have to offer that can help our constituents and our people. So we have a lot of stuff to offer at the city of Dallas, but if our people don't know about it and how to assess it, they'll never get to it. So we have E in economic, yes, and the E is for economic development. We would like to have the city play a strong role in providing jobs in D7. We need more jobs in D7. Anybody attest to that? Do you think so?
Amen.
Because people have to go way across town to go to work. That keep a lot of people discombobulated.
So
we want jobs in D7 or in the southern sector. We were talking to the companies over off of 310 over in Joppy. They were talking about bringing over 50 companies in, like the Gap, all these different companies come down I-45. That's not directly in District 7, but 310 is, and it's right near South Dallas. But it's close enough so that you can drive to, and it will save you travel money, it will save you gas money, and that's what we need. We need something for our young people. We need something for our middle class. So we want to bring more jobs for the young people, for the middle class, and even for our senior residents. We also want the city to help our people in District 7 to own their own franchises, own their own companies, and the city plays a part in helping them start their program. That's why we have a District 7 Economic Development Program. It's designed to help our constituents in District 7 to do things like that. Whether you get straight out of college, we had a character guy out of college, young man, he saved some money up on his job. District 7 City Council helped him get connected up with the economic development. He wound up owning a Jack in the Box. Matter of fact, I think he owns Jack in the Box, he owns Golden Chicks, he owns 4 or 5 restaurants. This is the type of stuff that we need so we can now employ people in District 7. So often we help people out of District 7 and they don't employ people in District 7. We want to change that and make sure that the people in District 7 are being employed. We want to make sure that the people in District 7 are being helped because that's what we're needed. We have been neglected in District 7 for so long. We haven't had a strong voice, a strong leader in District 7 in a long time that really fight for the people and had a voice for the people. Unfortunately, we have had a lot of crooks, we've had a lot of hooks, and now cooks. We've had a lot of people that have taken advantage of the people. We need leadership and a voice that will speak on behalf of the people, for the people. And so, the S is for seniors. We need to make sure that our seniors are secure. That's very important. Seniors need to be secure because they've served our community, they've served our country. Many of them are military like myself. I've served the Army, and they need to be secure when they get old. They don't need to be afraid to go outside. And seniors, they're saying, I'm afraid to go outside, Mr. Turknett. I'm afraid we're not secure in our own neighborhood. Something is wrong with that picture. We got to change that in District 7. And I want to be a part of helping bring change. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm saying we are going to do it as a team. And so we want to make it feel secure. We want them not to be taken advantage of. There are a lot of seniors being taken advantage of, from phone calls, to prank calls, to taking their money away from them, or being taken advantage of, their products, their land being taken away from them, their homes are being taken away from them in District 7. People are losing homes, losing things that are important to them, and they're seniors, they don't have anything else. So we need to take care of our seniors and keep them safe, where they're not being taken advantage of, and they can feel safe, and they feel like going outside, and then last, we want them to feel satisfied, like we're doing a good enough job that they could go on one day and leave this world in the hands of a better people. And each one of us should be striving to be a better people, to leave this place better than when we came.
And so, just with, that was your platform as well, that you're running underneath, the yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir. And so, we've been talking to Mr. Turknett, and any kind of like last remarks that you might want to leave the audience with, as far as just with a nugget of wisdom from our youth?
Yes. I want to encourage our youth to get involved. I want to encourage our people, especially blacks and all minority people especially, but anyone, but especially blacks. People shedded their blood for you. You got to get out and vote. People died. They got bit by dogs. They got blown up. Well, we voted for the president. The president is not in your neighborhood. It's the city councils that hold the key to the money that comes to your neighborhood. That is the most important election you should be voting for, is the city council, because that will determine what money is going to be in your neighborhood, or if you're going to have nothing, a bunch of messed up lights, streets, potholes everywhere, trash out. The people called me the other day and said they hadn't picked our trash up for months over in Pleasant Grove. Then I heard the same things in South Dallas in some areas. Why is that happening when we have so much money in the budget to do these things? It's not happening in the northern section, in other districts. It should happen in District 7. And we've got to fight as a team to stop that. And so I'm submitting to us to come together as one and to unite as one. And let's make District 7 the greatest place. Let's have the best homes in District 7. Let's build our communities. And let's leave a legacy that we came, we lived, and we left.
Yes, sir. Thank you. With that, I want to thank you again, Mr. Turknett, for sharing your time with us, as well as on your platform.
I want to thank you for inviting me. I was so excited to be a part of this platform, to come and just share any time that was made possible. And listen, I'm on Facebook as James Turknett, public figure, or James Turknett. I have a regular Facebook page, James Turknett, spelled Turknett, and it's spelled Turknett. And people call me JT. And I'm excited if you want to personally call me or text me. 469-618-9588. That's 469-618-9588. Text me and I'll answer you back and let me know you want to talk to me. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much. And thank you for watching, supporting the Lighthouse Effect, brought to you by It's About the Kids and the Smooth Finish. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll keep coming out with some more inspirational content as well as education for you. Have a blessed day, and Mentor Child Save a Life.
Booyah.
Mentor a child and save a life. Like, comment, subscribe.